and I was their apprentice makeup artist. And then I'd go off into Yorkville, do my duties as a makeup artist and an apprentice, and learned aesthetics, and then go to makeup art school in the evening and aesthetic school, and then come back to the ghetto and drum with the Rastafarians and and chant with my Hare Krishna friends and my Hindu friends, and go to the temple with my Guyanese friends. And then once in a while, we'd still see our dad, who'd pull us by the ear and take us to the Kingdom Hall and learn about the Bible. So the question, who am I, kept coming up. So by the time I was 16 now, I was living from temple to temple, learning the healing arts, from shiatsu to crystal healing to Reiki to Ayurveda to Chinese medicine, and at the same time initiating myself into the spiritual path.
In those early days, we met at several different spiritual gatherings. I remember a Native American pipe ceremony that we were at together. And
Tony, he was one of the owners of the Omega Center, which was Yorkville's spiritual bookstore at that time. He said, Andrea, your first job on your own is going to be at the Omega Center reading, because that's what you're good at, that's what your family tradition is. So he gave my mother and myself an opportunity to start our rice reading and our tarot reading. So that kind of encouraged me to go, you know what, I can do this. I don't need to work in the spa anymore. I can create my own clientele, and I can talk about God as I want and move in that direction.
Andrea is a seeker of spiritual knowledge, and the Hare Krishna philosophy is very, very deep. So I suggested to her that she would go to the Hare Krishna. When she went there, she was with them for a long time, and still is part of the temple.
This is where I spent a lot of my sort of investigation of the Vedic culture. So as I was studying Ayurvedic medicine, I was living in the temple and also, working at the spas, integrating the Ayurveda treatments that I learned. I wanted to live the whole lifestyle, and moved into the temple with 7 saris. So Mother Subhuti was one of those supportive women that helped me when I stayed here.
I was very happy to have her, and she helped in many ways, taking care of the woman. How she used to tell us, you have to take care of her body also, how to massage, how to take care of it. And all the women start taking care of both spiritual and the material.
Trying to live in the material world and the spiritual world took a lot of balance in my everyday lifestyle. Waking up at 3:30 in the morning, putting on all the prayers in your body with clay, as they do in the Vedic tradition, and then putting on a sari, which is not easy to wrap that 7 yards of cloth around your body, cleaning or making the breakfast for the monks, running to the spa. I couldn't really renounce and live in a temple full time without working. I couldn't continue to live in 2 worlds like that. I needed to merge them. I wasn't allowed to merge my spirituality in the spa. I became a spa educational director, and there was an opportunity for me to become a global educator, but the company I was with at that time decided that my image didn't suit that position. I was large, and they didn't want somebody that was large and plus size to represent the beauty world. But it just helped me to realize that if I couldn't speak of God in the spa, or I couldn't be the image that I was, that I really needed to create my own abode where people could come and rejuvenate and accept themselves. Started taking clients one-on-one, giving them the experience that they wanted, customizing for each individual body type.
They got more out of just an Ayurvedic treatment, just a potion or a herb. There was a long conversation, helping them spiritually and also psychologically, I think.
My mother kept saying, darling, all the women in our family, we don't need no men. You just have to go to the goddess. You have forgotten to go to the goddess. You've got the wisdom inside you.
every woman, when they have to go out on their own in business, there's always fear associated with it.
So I needed to create my own concept, my own place. But you need money for that.
I tried to encourage her. I said, you would be best suited to go out on your own and create your own vision.
And the women in my family constantly encouraging me, you know, just to do it, to just go and start. Even while I was living in a bus. This bus wasn't like a regular bus. This was an outside bus that was made into a temple. So it was hardwood floors and altars, similar to what my space looks like now. It was a beautiful mobile temple is what we called it. So people liked coming in. But it was funny, you know, my address was in a parking lot.
She needed to buy, say, a massage table, and I needed Ayurvedic massage. So we said, okay then, I'll get that table for you.
But to put a massage table in a school bus and all that, it just didn't fit. So at that time I was counseling someone from New York, a lady who was very dear, very special. Because of her generosity and the work that she gave me, I was able to afford then to move into my first sort of little condo apartment in the King West area. And I started my own business that way. I needed to be independent and find my way and stop working with all these other types of healers, these priests, these high priests. They were all men. And my mother kept saying, all the women in our family, we don't need no men. You just have to go to the goddess. You've got the wisdom inside you.
She already had a call since she was very young. In the middle of the night, she comes over to my bed and said, Mom, I'm having a bad dream. And I said, what kind of bad dream? Said, the lady in blue. She wants